Short one, guys. This is from Marcus H. In the Facebook group we were talking yesterday about something that I asked the same question, and that was the lightened bolt spring, if it would cause a cycling problem with the bolt. And theories are, well, if the spring is too light and the pressure is too great, the bolt will not overcome the pressure that is trying to refill the chamber, and obviously the bolt will stay in a forward position and just blow air down the barrel. So I said, you know what? I'll test it. I'll send it today. So I'm going to use my adjustable regulator. I got the 8.35 gram, 12.7 millimeter steel ball bearings. And I'm just going to set my output to 1100. See what it does. Let's crack this bad boy open. There we go. So yeah, there's what's left in the tank. So just under 2,000, probably 1,800 psi. And this is my output right here. That hiss you hear is because I cracked this really slow, so as not to overshoot my initial setting. So it takes a second for this the valve indicator to pop here. So let's wind her up to 1,000. Or what I say? No, I said 1,100. Going for the gusto. So it seems like the most common pressure everybody's running right now is 1,100 in these Umarex markers. So I shall do the same to test my spring. It looks like I overshot it just a hair. We're gonna call that 1,100 though. There's no shell on this, guys. I don't think the shell offers that much protection, but I get the heebie-jeebies hanging onto this thing with 1,100, so I'm just gonna use a leather glove here to chrono it. All right, away we go. .332. Mine is polished, so it does a little bit better with those ball bearings, but it cycled one anyways. Let me load up a couple. Again, I don't have my shell on, so I don't have a follower in place. So I'm just loading them manually for the moment. Shot number 2. Creeping up a little bit. We'll do one more with the just the short tuning barrel, and oh, there. Just wipe the dirt off my balls. Then I'll throw in the extension. .324. Down a little. My capacity has actually dropped to below 1,100 now. When your tank drops, when the tank level drops below your output pressure, so my output pressure was set at 1,100. You can see now they're kind of falling in line with each other. So once the regulator can't maintain your desired output, it will just drop below and fall along with whatever whatever your tank, whatever the remaining pressure in your tank is. So I'm just gonna pause you guys quick here, and I'll just refill it. All right, refill my tank to 3,000. Reset the regulator to about 1100. Let me just make it fair. That way it's apples to apples. There we go. 1100, pretty much on the button. Extension is on. Steel ball bearing loaded. Chronograph. Glove. $382. I'm pretty sure I could do a little bit better if I polished my extension here as well. But right now I'm looking at getting some extensions from Home Defense 24. He told me to hang on a couple of days, Florian did, because there's some new stuff coming. And it always seems like whenever I order some, new stuff comes. And then I'm like, I know you guys know that feeling. So I'm gonna be patient, wait a few days. $380. I'll send one more through there. I think you get the point here, guys. That lighter bolt spring is cycling just fine. Unfortunately, I don't have a baseline to go on. I did message Jeff and asked him if he could remember what he got on just the tuning barrel, and I don't know if he's gonna remember, but maybe. I looked on YouTube, couldn't find nothing. I found some from Rune that he was having problem chronoing because he had his X radar and he was muzzle loading. So I don't know if I can compare that apples for apples. Plus he was using 850 PSI and I'm going with 1100 here. So I may actually have to open this up and retest myself. But I'm hoping somebody out there has got some data. Last shot. $380. So I will turn this tank off. If you notice how much I had to use a Kung Fu grip. If you don't have an on-off on using one of these adjustable rigs, this is a bear to close this. Now I can close it. It is closed now, but it takes my leather glove to do that. I cannot do that with my bare hand. So you saw pressure's dropped, output's dropped to 1,000. I'll just cycle around through just to show you. I was able to get it to turn off. 362 and bada bing, bada boom. Pressure dropped down to 0. Safe to disconnect. Well, that's it, guys.